Hi everyone, I'm Lenora. I have your midweek reading to get you refocused and settle into what's serving your highest good this week. Um, Make sure to jot down any insights or high truths that come up for you during this reading. Trust your own intuition on what the message is specifically for you in this reading. So you can choose card number 1, 2, or 3. Don't think about it too much, just pick it, and timestamps are in the description below. If you get anything out of this, please hit the like, please hit the subscribe, leave a comment on any insights that you have. It would greatly help out the channel. Thank you so much. Namaste. Okay, card number 1, people. We have Melchizedek, higher learning, which does line up with the reading that we did on Sunday, to get you kind of started. But even if you didn't, sorry, my pup's just down here. Even if you didn't watch that, you can still get a lot out of this here. So you have learned from experience. You know, there is such a weight in our culture on, a higher education formally, where you have to pay thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get a piece of paper and accreditation. But more and more there is a awareness of how experience is just such a huge and valid way of developing your wisdom. And it says more inner study is now required to further progress. So it's really that inner study that now, of course, there's different ways you can connect to this. Journaling is a good way. Maybe to give you a focus for journaling, you could start to write out what you have learned so far in your inner awakening expansion. And then if you start to run out of ideas fairly quickly, you can pause, close your eyes, turn your eyes in and up at this third chakra point and breathe. One of my favorite meditation my favorite meditation focus is to ask the question, can I listen for the silence that's already there? Can I listen for the silence that's already there? Excuse me. So there doesn't actually have to be silence. You can listen for the silence that's underneath the noise, which is kind of ironic because my dog is licking right now, which I know a lot of people don't like that noise. I'm just gonna bring him up for a little hello. Yes, that's my Mr. Miyagi baby. Oh, I love him so much. Lichi, lichi. Mm, 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 mm. And maybe one way to connect to that inner guidance is to, or that inner, what are we calling it here, higher inner study, is to, you can use some being like a pet, or if you have a little one in your life, and connect to the energy of the joy that gets sparked when you hang out with them. I mean, you could even just use this little cutie right here, right now. And like feel that feeling. Like I'm feeling um like fireworks in my heart space, in my throat space right now with this little cutie. Um, so you could write about how that feels and maybe why that happens, the energy exchange that happens when you encounter something that sparks joy in you. So enjoy whatever practice you choose this week for the rest of this week to tune in more to that higher learning. And even please leave me a comment below on what's transpired for you or what comes to mind for you. And feel free to check out my other videos on my channel. I have lovely meditations. Also, every Sunday I do a reading to focus in on what you already have and then how you can move into it more fully for that week. And then our Wednesday reading to kind of get you refocused and set on a excellent course. So namaste. Card number 2, people. Kali Ma. I love the fierceness of this image, but also the beauty. So of course we have our red color very prominent here. The root chakra facing fear, so facing earthly fears. And, you know, maybe in a way to face them could be instead of taking them head on, what is the opposite of that fear? So instead of my teacher Anita Morjani talks about this a lot, is instead of trying to fight against what you don't want, turn toward and embrace what you do want. So for example, for me, I'm slowly and surely figuring out my online presence. It's not going super fast, it's slow and sure. But all I know is I just keep putting one foot in front of the other and one foot in front of the other and wait for any inspiration that's going to guide me in a new direction. And I am feeling that now. I realize there's like some maybe other resources I could be using to help things move a little more, maybe not quickly, but expand more. But instead of feeling, I mean, of course I do feel this, but the work is to keep turning to love and away from fear. So there's, I don't know what I'm doing. What the fuck am I doing? I don't really know. I think I'm kind of doing something, but what is my ultimate goal? I'm not certain. I am allowing it to unfold. All I know is I love doing these videos. I love doing these readings. I am actually getting a website set up to to be doing offering some readings for you in individual readings, and that's in the works. So, you know, that's kind of what's unfolding for me. So what is it that you're fearing? And then how can you, instead of trying to chip away at the fear, turn toward the opposite energy of love? Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So using that adage that only love is real, you know, it's relatively fruitless to try to chip away at fear, and much more expansive and soaring like energy to turn to love and show up for yourself consistently. A really great little idiom that I've learned along the line is CCIA, committed, consistent, imperfect action. So don't wait for it to be perfect. Just start moving into that love energy, love actions, and taking the time, like the reading from the beginning of the week, to tune to that intuition, to find out which action is actually for your highest good. And you know, it's okay if you start moving in a direction, then you realize, no, this is actually feeling wrong, and then you just tune in again. So dancing with the energy of life and allowing it to be what it will be, but practicing bringing yourself back over and over again to love. And another word that I like is turning it over to valuing yourself. Valuing yourself with that capital S. What can you do to value your highest good self today? What can you do? Leave a comment below with any insights you have, and tune in Sunday for the reading to kind of get you focused in on what your strengths are for that week, and then how you can move more fully into it. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Card number 3, people, Krishna, devotion. Having a look here at colors, we're seeing kind of some yellow, orange, and blue. So that's the yellow would be your Manipura power center, that power that comes from non-resistance to what is. So instead of forcing, we are allowing. And what could that look like? Okay, so I can give an example for you here. I've been single a long time, and sometimes I put some energy into potentially finding a partner. I'm not really certain I want one, although I feel that when I do meet them, it's going to be for my highest good and for their highest good. But so forcing it would be to, like, I do use the apps occasionally, but I never stay on longer than what feels right for me. And so forcing it would be to stay on longer and be determined. I'm determined, and because there's even that part of me that isn't sure. So if I wasn't listening to that higher self fully, I would like keep at it, even though it was like degrading my well-being, all for the sake of finding a partner, when I'm not even certain I want one right now. But I do honor it when it comes up for me. If it comes up as a higher priority, then I'll put a little bit of energy into it. But so that's the difference between allowing and forcing. You are loved unconditionally. So a really great practice to bring to mind unconditional love is so I'll often use the example of bringing to mind a pet or a baby or a child that you really love. That really taps us into that energy of unconditional love. But in even a really poignant way that I've found to do this is to have a picture of yourself from when you're a baby or a child, and look into that picture and see that innocent being that is new into this world and deserves all the love and care and compassion and unconditional love and nurturing to help unleash the beauty that is there. And because unfortunately what happens to a lot of us when we are small is we have parents who aren't mature enough and don't have the skill set to bring that out in us, and then of course the world at large happening. So humans are imperfect, so our parents are imperfect, and sometimes they're massively imperfect, but it's this reparenting that inner child self, and this is a really great way to tap into this. And if tears come up, oh my gosh, please feel free to let them flow. Give yourself a safe space to do this in. And yeah, your guidance will kind of, if you need to do some writing or meditating on the energies. Actually, a really great tool that I've come across in my life is there's acupuncture that they do in the ear. And as far as I know, they use it for folks who are recovering from addiction, but um, any big, uh, I had a friend do it for me when I had somebody try to break into my house when I was at home. So that was like a big, huge traumatic event. Um, and they did it for me and it was so effective. So maybe even look up your local acupuncturist and check in about this ear acupuncture. I think you can even get little acupressure. Anyhow, so take good care of that beautiful um, inner child in you. Please leave a comment below, a like or subscribe to keep this channel growing and thriving. And I'll soon be offering one-on-one readings within the next month or so. I'll be putting something up to offer that if you're interested in working with me one-on-one. So enjoy your day. Check in on Sunday for your reading to get you focused in on what beauty you have to offer and how to expand it more fully next week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste.